This is a reread video for Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, episode 19, 20, 21, and 22. Click in the description below to go watch it for yourself, and then come back here to see my full review of these 4 episodes, and so on and so forth. So click away now before you get spoiled if you have not seen the episodes already. Okay. So yeah, my theory on these episodes didn't come true, or they weren't correct, or whatever like that. My predictions for last week, my predictions was these 4 episodes were going to be like the start of Dio and everything, like battling Dio, whatever. Not true, not one bit. He was not in the episodes at all. So I'm wondering if, I don't know. At this point, I'm wondering if we're ever going to see him in this season, because I know the next season is technically season 2 of the Stardust Crusaders. So I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. I'm hoping the next episode we're gonna see him like 23 and 24 when see Dio then or whatever. But I don't know. So yeah, I was kind of bummed, or not bummed. I was going into it thinking we might see Dio, and then we never got to see Dio. So I'm a little weirded out about that, but that's fine. So yeah, so episode 19 and 20 were interesting, very interesting. With the whole baby dream thing and everything, I full on just kept thinking that Jotaro was going to put the pieces together and do something to help Kakawin and Polnareff, both when they're both like in the dream sequence on the plane or whatever, because like they felt it. They're like, "Do you feel something?" Kind of thing. And I full on thought that they like were figuring it out, kind of thing, and they knew what was going to happen, or they didn't know what was going to happen, but I feel like they had an idea, an inkling on what might happen, or what is happening to the people sleeping, kind of thing, but nobody figured it out, I guess. But yeah, so Kakawin, like, he's a hardcore badass this episode. Well, actually, episode 20 as well. Or I should say, in 20, he was a badass. Him, like, calling his stand inside of the dream and everything to help out. But yeah, that baby, Jesus Christ, he's apparently a genius, whatever. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode. Episodes 19 and 20, because they're both back to back, like part 1, part 2 kind of thing, of the whole events. And Joseph still goes down as the worst pilot in history. He's crashed, like, I don't even know how many planes he's crashed up to now, but that's funny how that's kind of like a running gag. Like, he can fly, but he keeps crashing the planes. So yeah, I've got to see all of that and everything, and it's kind of, I'm interested to find out actually what happened to the kid, the baby. Like, did they drop him off, whatever that, like after 20 kind of thing? Like, did they drop him off and like leave him while they on their ship kind of thing, moving out? I'm not sure. It is pretty interesting. I'm wondering if the baby can come back later on. I doubt it, but I don't know. It's kind of in the back of my mind. I'm like, what if it comes back, kind of thing. But yeah, so then we moved on to episode 21, 22, which was all about Muhammad, basically, come back. We thought it was his dad and everything, and I did see the difference about, like, his white hair and everything, but apparently that was a disguise. That was a pretty interesting 2 episodes. I wonder if they knew that there was a stand user on the island, that they didn't know where it was, so they kind of drew him out by using Polnareff, like, kind of thing. So I'm wondering if they kind of like were using him not only just to, hide Muhammad, but just like draw out the stand user that was on the island, kind of thing, to go attack him, or whatnot, kind of thing. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of things there that was not said, but yeah, it's interesting that he the stand user, the Wishmaker guy, made the gold come true. I'm wondering if the gold is still there, or did it turn to dirt like immediately? Can you like, because like you can use it as fake money kind of thing. Like here, have some gold, and then like buy something and then leave immediately because the gold that they have is going to turn into dirt kind of thing. Um, so I'm wondering about that. Also, the ship, like the submarine. I'm wondering if the submarine it was the stand user's sub because it has 4U on it. Um, so I'm wondering if that was like his thing, like offshore kind of thing, but they found it kind of thing. But in a way, they said that Abdul had to be undercover because he was buying something, and then like that ship popped up. So I'm wondering either or kind of thing, like who is the one who brought the ship here? Like, is it Abdul or is it the stand user kind of thing? Because the stand user always said for you or whatever, hell for you. It was he said something else too as well. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Then yeah, Polnareff summoning his sister, which I kind of saw through like immediately. I'm like, something's going on here, like immediately. And then obviously the fake Abdul that he summoned, and they were both like basically eating him alive. I'm surprised he could stand and walk and everything after that, like because like full on he had like chunks like bitten out of him and everything. So yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens next. I know this review wasn't really big or massive, whatever like that. Not a lot happened. Because like the problem is like there's nothing for me to kind of go off of because we don't have any new information on Dio, like where he is like that. So there's nothing more to kind of theorize other than like we might see him next kind of thing. But uh, these episodes 1920, they were kind of like a two-parter, beginning, middle, end kind of story. So there's nothing really to theorize about that. And then 21, 22, the same way, kind of thing. I guess like I can say uh, when Abdul died. That's when Joseph and Kakouin and I think Jojo all knew that Abdul died. Well, didn't die. And then they kind of hid him away from everybody so that way Tio didn't know. Um, so that way he can kind of go under the radar and do stuff without being hindered by it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad he's back. I love his stand a lot. I think his stand is more than my favorite, maybe. Um, yeah, out of all the stands, I like his stand the most. Abdul stand, the Fire Phoenix thing. Trying to think about other stands that we have come across that I like the most, but I think that one sticks out the most as my favorite. But yeah, I'm glad that stand's back. I'm glad he's back. Um, he's kind of like more wacky now in a way. He's not as serious as he was. He's like a lot more kind of laid back kind of thing. As we saw when they were like basically in a way torturing the stand user, the one that was not on the island, the wish giver guy. Um, but yeah, it's pretty interesting to see what is going to happen next. I don't know. Next week's gonna be 4 episodes, final 2 episodes of season 1, and the beginning of season 2. So uh, I yeah, I'm kind of in a way questioning why it's 2-2 kind of thing, like 2 of season 2 or 2 in season 1, 2 in season 2. Um, so I'm thinking the the finale whatever of season 1 has a big cliffhanger, and then like part 1 or episode 1 and episode 2 of season 2 will kind of clear up that cliffhanger kind of thing. So I'm wondering if that's why those are grouped up like that. But regardless, I'm hoping for Dio next. Maybe that might be the cliffhanger actually of the season finale. Is like episode 23 is them trying to get to Egypt. 24 is potentially them getting to Dio's hideout kind of thing, and then at the very end of that is when the teaser for Dio kind of pops up, and then the next season is all about Dio kind of thing. They're hyping up this whole battle with Dio, like every episode kind of thing. Like, we need to get a deal. We need to get a deal kind of thing. So I'm wondering how long the fight's going to be. Is it going to be like Dragon Ball Z level, fighting, where like it's going to be like episodes upon episodes upon episodes of fighting, or is it going to be over quickly, like very like abruptly, just like a 2 episode battle and it's over, or half an episode or an episode, whatever. I'm still wondering that. That's the big question. So yeah, like I said, I know this review is kind of short, but like I said, these episodes were very like short and sweet, and they had a beginning, they had a middle, they had an end. So there's nothing really to review ultimately. But if you want my thoughts on any of the episodes, these episodes, like what happened in them, kind of thing, I'm pretty sure I got all what happened. Let me know down below in the comment section below what you want me to like talk about, and I'll talk with you guys in the comments below. But just reminder to all those people: no spoilers of any kind, no hints at any kind of future things. Don't confirm nor deny my theories. All that goodness stuff. All of those stuff counts as spoilers. And my moderators will delete it, and I will never read it. So if you want me to read your comments and everything and talk with you guys in the comments below, don't spoil stuff, and I'll be talking with you guys down there. So yeah, stay tuned for next week for 4 episodes. Like I said, the finale of Season 1 and the beginning of Season 2 all in one video next week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week for the finale. Take care, everybody.